Oh, hello, 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 Tauruses. Long time no see. It's been a minute, right? My name is Patty, and I'm here to do your reading for the 17th through the 23rd of January. Just for those who are brand new, welcome to my channel. This is Intuitive Tarot with Astrology and Numerology. So all three are mixed in. They're all type of energies. It's a tarot that you probably will never see somebody else doing. Very different. So let's get started and I'll share with you as we go why it's different. Um, Guys, the 17th tomorrow is a full moon. So we're in that energy. And guess what? We're also in Mercury Retrograde with Saturn and Uranus conjunct. So, what does that mean? Probably going through all kinds of emotions, maybe reminiscing of things of the past, maybe somebody's popped up from the past, that kind of a thing. This is also going to play into your energies of how you're interacting. You might feel a little bit irritable, a little bit weepy, crying, blah, 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 that kind of a thing. So, let's see what your sign has to hold for Tauruses. All right. And here we go. So, what I said was different about my tarot. Actually, the card that I just dealt is from a specific deck. It is Divine's deck. It is the question or answer that you have been seeking. This is Divine giving you your answer, God giving you an answer, trying to share some information with you, whatever it is in your heart that's challenging, a problem, or whatever. Um, this is for you directly. Okay. So if it doesn't resonate with you, then this is not for you, but it is for somebody definitely out there because you're asking to come to it. So I'll get to those and then I'm going to do current energies and future energies. Now, the future energies definitely are very intertwined with divine because that's astrology. So, definitely different. So, this is all about energies, guys. It is not about the cards, it's about energy, divine energy, right? And how it's all being played in your life, right? Hey, Felix, long time no see. I know it's not your sign. Well, hello. Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been thinking about you lately. Is everything going okay? I don't know. You were on my mind yesterday and the day before. So, is everything going good for you? I hope so. All right. So, let's get this spread here. And I am going to be doing a video here this afternoon. It's going to be recorded because I want to do some editing on it. And it's going to be a new video that if you're not a subscriber, you probably won't get to see it because it'll be hard to find because I don't have that many viewers. But it is going to be about tarot and why it's going to be just a new exciting tarot video. So get ready for that. It's going to rock your world. I'm really excited about it. It's all about this new channel that I'm beginning to start. And it will rock your world. It may push some people away, but it will surely bring curiosity. All right, so let's get started, guys. So, Tauruses, Divine's card for you is quieting the mind. Oh my gosh, this has been really, really in the foreplay of what's going on right now, especially with earth energies. It's not only quieting your mind, but quieting your oh, good, good, good. I'm glad. Yeah, I've been praying for you. It's about also quieting your chakras and getting your chakras in balance, okay? Because a lot of the times, if we don't meditate and pray, if we don't get some quiet time, if we don't get a place of quiet or a private place where we can actually be ourselves and talk to divine or the spirit, Holy Spirit, or Allah, whoever you want to call it, sacred one, then we are not in balance. It happens to be the number five as well, which is unbalanced. It's an energy that isn't stable. Okay. So what we want to do is get our energies in a stable alignment. Even when I had my aura read and looked at my chakras, my throat chakra was off, even though I thought I was sharing my authentic self. The person that was reading, they actually hit point blank on is that I wasn't sharing my whole story about my sexual abuse. And so this is a time where I needed to let that out. So this is about finding out where you're sort of off balance in your chakras, your heart, your crown, all the different root chakras and things like that, and trying to get that in balance. If you don't know how to do that, all you have to do is just get into a quiet place and meditate. And you'll start to either get an idea or you'll start to get a focus or whatever. Or you're going to say, you know what, my priorities are off, I'm unbalanced, that kind of a thing. You know deep in your heart what you need to work on. And that is just being walking in absolute truth to work on those. All right. So divine says, quiet your mind so that he can give you the message. Quiet your mind, quiet your heart, quiet your soul, quiet this thing up here so that you can hear or feel or see the sign he's trying to send you. Okay. Because when you come to tarot, you're asking a question, you already have the answer. It's just you can't recognize it because it's too much noise. All right. So the Metal King is your current energy right now. Oh my goodness, that goes. I don't look at these before I go from card to card because I've got messages coming in. But your current energy does play with this quieting of the mind. The Metal King is about discipline, armor, boundaries, and it's the number 10. Okay, so this month it's about releasing, even though the full moon is tomorrow, and I am doing a full moon reading. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified when I'm on. But it's about hitting our boundaries and making sure, again, our chakras are in balance. If we allow people to step over our boundaries and step on us, and especially if we're making healthy boundaries and more high energy, more high integrity type boundaries, things of a higher vibration, higher frequency, and then we allow somebody to come in and step on that, then you just drop that frequency and that vibration. You need to stay steadfast with your boundaries so that you can actually have the discipline to stay there and bring somebody up to yours. We don't want to lower ours. We want to bring others up to us. That's why I say it. We are a conduit. We it doesn't end with us. We are a conduit to bring somebody to a higher level. Okay. So this is the number 10 as well. So something has to give way in order for something new to be able to open. Close one door, open a door. That kind of a thing. Allow somebody in that maybe is of a higher integrity to help you grow to that next level. All right. The armor that they're talking about is a spiritual armor. Okay. The Metal King, there is an armor for our physical body, for the physical world when we're in a war, but there's also a spiritual armor. If you don't know what that is, Google what is a spiritual armor and it will go through each thing. It'll go through the helmet, it'll go through the chest plate, it'll go through the belt, it'll go through the shoes, it'll go through all of it and tell you what that's protecting. Again, as an empath, that is the armor that we say, create a bubble around you, okay, or put your armor on because you want to bounce off certain energies. You do not want to absorb negative energies or energies that are very angry and those kind of things. And a lot of people, like I used to hug everybody. I don't do that anymore because I don't want to absorb their energy and I don't want to give them energy that might defuel me. Okay, just depending on the certain situation of how much I want my energy to, what do you call it, exert. Okay, so really be mindful. And this armor helps you protect your boundaries, keeping you high frequency, high energy, high level. Okay, so that's what you want. You want to also you want to keep the armor of the earth on because you're always being tempted. You're always being tempted to go another way, and you want to be able to stand your boundaries. Okay? So the future energy, again, this goes with Divine's card, is the High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Selflessness, humility, conscious action. That's the number 2. This is your future energy. This is probably going to be through the next month. What does that mean? It's very, very difficult to quiet a mind because your mind is always going. If your conscious mind isn't going, your subconscious mind is going. But if you do not release number 10, you do not release those thoughts, then you're not going to sleep very well because then you'll be spinning those thoughts around. Release them to the universe, release them to divine, release them to God. When you've put your head on that pillow, say, you know what, I can't do anything more about it today. I really need rest. You take care of it through the night and see, we keep doing that on a 21-day thing because it takes 21 days to change a habit. But to sustain it, you got to go 63. But the thing is, my point is to when you lay your head on the pillow, that you actually release it so that you can have a really good night's sleep. People with problems and you go through them, you're very earthbound. You're trying to create the solution yourself which in all reality, you can create the solution, but it doesn't mean it's the right one or the good one. The right and good solution comes from divine. And when that happens, then you let it go and it doesn't happen again. Okay. It's very, very different. I'm probably not even making any sense. However, divine is all about selflessness. Divine is all about humility. Divine is all about a conscious action. This for you guys, Tauruses, is going to be for the rest of January. Making the conscious action to be mindful of what you're telling yourself, how you're thinking, how you're disciplining yourself, how you're setting your boundaries, where you're setting your boundaries, and are they healthy boundaries? I say a lot of spirit this next month. In this next couple of weeks, excuse me, there is a lot of spirit coming into somebody's life. Somebody is going to fight it because this is spiritual wisdom, and it's going to say, ah, you're full of hooey. Just give me the tarot. Just give me the tarot. I just want you to read the cards. You want the resource. You don't want the source because you want to keep coming back to tarot. Tarot is the resource. Divine is the source. That's your challenge card. That's the last card. Okay, so let me go through them. Okay. So, first card out is your Page of Swords. Honesty, truth. A message of honesty and truth is coming towards you. Somebody's going to want to keep going to the back. That number 10, try not to release something. This is something that you're trying to look in the past. That past, whatever you were doing, very earthbound energies is very burdensome. It's very heavy. Trying to make it and decide things for yourself, extremely burdensome, very heavy. If you give it to divine and ask for him to create the solution, give you an answer, give you a sign, give you a confirmation, trust me, your weight is going to be completely lifted because you don't have to make this decision. And that's really the decision of your destiny and how you're supposed to move forward. Okay. You've got the 5 of Cups again, more pessimistic, more, it's like it's never working out. It's not going to happen for me. This is not a loving way to talk to yourself. It's a very destructive way to talk to yourself. Why am I bringing this up? Because you've got the Empress in the middle. The Empress is about love, compassion. The Empress is selflessness. Empress is a mother figure, okay? And maybe somebody has a mother figure in their life that is trying to show them love, trying to show them some kindness, empathy, and selflessness, but somebody might be pushing them away. It's like, oh my God, they're so godly. I hear that. It's like, oh my God, is that all you do is talk about God and spirit? Sorry, that I'm a spiritual being, and that's how I live my life. You don't like it? That's okay. That's your opinion. However, I'm going to walk in love and light and treat you with love and light. Do you get a spanking every now and then? Yes, because what does a father and a mother do? They give you a spanking because they don't want you to have harm. They don't want you to have something that is going to harm you or not be good for you. Because why? Because elders are wise with knowledge and experience. Okay. So sometimes our bosses may reprimand you for something, and it might be that you cannot see the whole picture. And this is thank you. The divine saying you're not going to see the whole picture. I'm not going to give you the whole picture. It's not going to be clear right now. It's going to show later, and you will get an aha moment later. You're like, oh, that's what it was about. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. That is what the divine is saying. I am not going to show you. You have to walk in faith, wisdom, trust my wisdom. Okay. So the other thing too is that we've got the 2 of Pentacles, and then we have the Star. Let me go with the 2 of Pentacles first. All right, thank you. Because he says somebody's got way too much going on. Somebody is like on a roller coaster ride emotionally. This is something that your ship is just sort of being tossed around. It's like, oh man, I got too much going on, or I can't focus. I can't. Somebody's got fog brain because they've got too much going on. You need to eliminate. Again, we have the number 10 this week. What is it that you're not prioritizing? Somebody is not prioritizing, so they've got the juggle effect going on. And this is an endless cycle. Okay. This is an endless cycle that it has to stop. This is where your boundaries and your discipline comes in. This is this week's. Okay. This is where you have to sit down and say, yeah, I am doing too much. What 1 or 2 things do I need to focus on and put the rest behind? The number 10 again. so that number one, that spiritual thing can tell you what to do. That's your spirit, that's your soul, that's divine talking to you. And you'll hear me talk about this in this new video I'm going to be doing here this afternoon. It's going to be recorded, so you're not going to see it live. But the thing is that we have to pay attention to our intuition, because our intuition will guide us, help us. It's like holding a hand and believing in faith, that this something is going to happen. Okay. Why? Because next to the Hierophant, we have the star. I told you that this week is going to be a really spiritual awakening. Somebody is learning about the different layers of themselves. Somebody is learning about how they came through a flippin' storm, what they learned out of it, how they came through it. And there's somebody's out there, I don't know who this is for, but they're like, man, how did I get through that? How did I do that? Divine. And before you know it, you're going to be witnessing that over and over and over again, because the star is about hope. The star is about having faith. The star is about coming through a storm. And as she pours that water in, it could also mean fertility. Maybe somebody has been trying to have a baby, trying to do that, and maybe the fertility has been really, really hard. The storm is over. Now you can sort of relax. There's a calmness, whatever there is. But if you look at her, she is got one foot in the water, one foot on the land. What does that mean? She's part earth, she's human being, but she's also very spiritual, because she's pouring that into the water. She's growing that. So you are growing yourself. Somebody is out there awakening their spiritual side more and more each day, learning more about yourself. Somebody's out there like an onion that is being peeled back. I think I see a blooming onion. If you know what that is, it's a deep fried onion that they make, and it's very beautiful. It looks like a big chrysanthemum, and you peel each one off and eat it as you go. That's what I see somebody being and doing. You're peeling off each layer of yourself. That fake, each layer is a fake you. When you get to that core, okay, this is where the instability is. Okay, divine says, quiet your mind, get to the core and stay there, because that's where I can grow and help you unpeel that more. But when you get to that core of yourself, I don't know who this is for, but when you get to that core of yourself, your absolute truth, no more faking it, no more putting on a mask, no more being anybody that you aren't supposed to be, divine then can do his work with you. And what is the work? Give you wisdom. He'll give you a word. He will show you something, and you go like, that's it. Or he'll show you a person or a job or whatever it is for your life. He is going to show you through his wisdom, not yours. And that's where the earth and the spirit comes in. It's now a peeling layer. It's learning how to be selfless. It's learning about a different type of integrity. Okay. Integrity earthbound is, yeah, oh, you don't lie, you don't steal, you don't do that kind of stuff. A spiritual integrity is being of love, number one. Are you doing it in love, or are you not? There's only two things to do. Like, I had to unfortunately have a chat with a employee yesterday, and unfortunately, she's so earthbound that she did not know that I was doing it in love, because I want her to grow. I want her to be a good person. I want her to walk in absolute truth, because this girl lies a lot and acts very much a victim. So the thing is that I want her to bring herself to another level. What did it feel like to her? A spanking, and I hated her. And I kept telling her, I love you. This is why I'm doing it. I love it. I love you. I love you. But what somebody else hears and whatever somebody else does depends on your process of where your mindset is. Okay. If you're in a mindset of earth, you are not going to get it. But as you grow and peel each layer back and walk in absolute truth and do things out of love, not fear, you're going to grow. You're going to grow spiritually. All right. Whew, sorry. I'm trying to keep these down as far as readings, but I just can't seem. Divine's got me going. He's got me going. All right. Let's see what else he has here for you guys. So you are being peeled back. Somebody is really pessimistic. They're like, yeah, but you don't know what I've been through. Oh, you don't know what I've done. Like, no, I don't. However, everybody has been through something. It's your mindset that gets through it. It's the faith, it's the hope, it's the believing. And that's either a spiritual earthbound mindset or process. All right. King of Wands in reverse, Four of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, whatever you decide is your choice. However you want to choose to move forward, that is up to you, between you and divine alone. Okay. But the problem is this card in the center is the Four of Cups. What is the Four of Cups? Don't want to release. You got to release, let go. Okay, kind of a thing. Because we have the King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse is Mercury retrograde, guys. King of Wands in reverse is making you not want to talk about it, not share, not do, or whatever. I'm going to make an announcement in the middle of this because speaking with Divine, he's like, no. So if you go and you want to do a reading, or if you want to email, it's all free. If you want to donate. The prices on my website are probably going to stay there. However, I'm only doing donations only because some people can't afford it. And God's gift to me is to be given to you. Okay. So if you need a reading or something of that nature, you need help. And please, make sure it's something that you really need. It's all going to be through donations only. Okay. And if you can't donate, you can't donate. All right. This is a gift. But the thing is about Mercury retrograde is that we are in for a really rough couple of weeks. So the Mercury retrogrades till February 3rd. And the reason why I say this is because it's also conjunct with Saturn and or Uranus. So there's a lot of emotions coming up. There's a lot of like, I keep hearing somebody make excuses. I don't know who that's for, but stop making excuses. Whenever you're going to try to explain something, that is your choice to change that. And say, you know what? Nope, I'm not going to make an excuse. I don't need to tell what my story is. I don't need to define myself. I don't need to do that. It's up to you. However, this is a choice, and the Mercury retrograde is going to be really rough because I've felt it the last couple of days. Holy Toledo, with this full moon tomorrow, holy Toledo, a lot of intensity, a lot of irritability, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of weepiness, a lot of stuff going on. But the reason why is people do not want to let go. We got to let go. This is all about letting go and changing and quieting your mind. This is about getting in by yourself with divine, meditating and praying about that. But the thing is that we have to look at it and to what you need to get rid of, to prioritize what you're doing in the future, because somebody's doing way too. Somebody's so focused in on money, they can't even really see what their purpose and their calling is, because I think they're in the wrong purpose and calling for somebody. Because when you're trying to do too much, you cannot spiritually see. He's facing the star. He can't see it clearly because she's more spiritual. She's been through it. She's sort of like somebody older. She's been through it. She's been through the challenges. She knows how to look at things more spiritually, even though she has to be grounded. Okay, she still is listening to Hierophant. Okay, so at the end of the day, what this summary means is you really have to discipline yourself to set your boundaries, to be your authentic you, to bring people up to your level. You don't drop down to theirs. And I don't know who that's for, but you got to stop dropping down to somebody's level. Ladies, if you've got a guy that you really like, but the thing is, deep down, you know that he's probably not good for you, then you don't want to waste your time. Don't drop down, bring them up. Same with men, bring her up to your level of spirituality. And if they don't like it, if they don't understand it, don't poo poo them, don't judge them. Just say, well, maybe we're not ready for each other yet. Don't know what the future holds. You have no idea what the future holds. But this will quiet your mind because now you're taking out and eliminating energies and vibrations and noise so that you can a lot of noise around you this week. Make sure you're disciplined enough to say, you know what, I'm staying home. I don't want to deal with that. I need to be calm. Tauruses, right now, this is a time for calmness and peace for you guys so that you can actually get your head together. to be and get back in balance, because divine saying, I can't balance you, you cannot balance. It's unstable, the number 5, until we actually sit down and talk. And I can give you a message, a sign, a symbol, confirm whatever it is that you're praying for, whatever you're asking tarot about. All right. Very confusing. A lot of stuff in here, very complex. I don't know if Taurus says you got this or not. However, this is a very complex reading, because what I'm hearing has so many messages in it. It's of discipline and boundaries and being selfless. And this is what I was telling this girl yesterday. I said, I do this because not only that I love you, but you need to love yourself. I love anybody. I love my community. I love any of my subscribers that come in. I love you guys. Because some of you guys email me. Some of you guys call me. Some of you guys, have had readings with me. Some of you guys have asked for empath help. Some of you guys have just been there and said thank you for supporting, whatever. However, we have to love ourselves first. How do we do that? Be absolutely honest with yourself and do it in a loving, high vibrational. We really have to get there. And then when we do that, then we can actually fully love people, and our relationships will succeed, because we love selfishly. When they love selfishly, there's a win win situation. Whew, what a complex reading. I don't know if this made sense. I just really hope that whoever's being pessimistic and looking at the downside and the victim side, and it's like, oh, woe is me side, this is too much, this is too hard, this is too hard, that you take that and take that mindset and turn it. Because once you start doing that, you will see a whole new world, a beautiful world that belongs to you, that you already own, but you can't. Clear the fog, clear the fog. Be disciplined. Put your armor on. Go and Google spiritual armor. Put your spiritual armor on, and then you can walk in this selfless love, humility kind of life. Now, don't forget, there is going to be a full moon reading. Else, also too, there is going to be a new video coming up here this week, hopefully tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope, Felix, you have a wonderful week. And whoever else is watching, please don't forget, walk in absolute. Bye now.